Hello and welcome. Today we're talking about the fear of failure and that it's all just in your mind. Hi, I'm Christine and I'm a mindset and intuition coach. I'm a master practitioner of NLP. I'm the creator of Align and Design Your Life and the Realign Process. I'm also a Reiki Level 1 practitioner and Enneagram teacher. And I'm really excited to share this topic with you today because one of the things that I've noticed when welcoming all of you into this amazing tribe is that the fear of failure is a really common fear that so many of us have. And for many of us, the fear of failure really shows up in our work life. Whether we're an entrepreneur who's building a business, scaling our business, wanting it to get to that next level, or we're in our career and maybe we're wanting to do something new or get that next promotion or create something within our business, that fear of failure is really one thing that holds us back. So we're going to talk today about where the fear of failure comes from, how we can recognize it, and some steps that you can take to not let that fear of failure hold you back. Who's excited about that? Let me see. Let me open up my chat so I can see who's excited to hear about how to keep the fear of failure from keeping you from reaching your goals. Because here's the thing. I'd love to know, by the way, who's on live. If you're on live, say hi. Type a comment. Hello, me. Awesome. If you're watching the replay, please type replay. We always love to come back and check in with you, make sure that you're getting what you need. Because honestly, what's our purpose? We are here to help you create a life you love, to live the best life that you can. The mission of the Alignment Tribe, I just want to read this to you because I don't know if you all know this about what we're doing and why we're here. But it's really important to me that we are guiding you to achieve deep and lasting transformation, stepping into your most powerful self and embracing an abundant mindset so you can experience limitless thriving in your life, in your business or your work, with your health, and with your relationships. And we're here to support you so that you can expand the impact that you make for your clients and your community. We want to help you create a ripple effect of better physical, emotional, and mental well-being in our world. Ideally, our mission is to guide you to a place where you love yourself and the life that you've created. And so we're doing that through Mindset Monday. It's the best way that we know how to give you as much as we can through this free community and to support you in reaching your missions, your visions, and your goals. And we don't want the fear of failure to stop you from getting there. So what is the fear of failure? Like what if you had to name it? Is it just a feeling in your gut? Is it like thoughts that keep swirling? Right? The fear of failure for each of us probably resides somewhere that we're familiar with. And the fear of failure is really the subconscious mind doing what it's supposed to do. So your subconscious mind does this really amazing thing to keep you safe. It remembers past experiences of failure, and it projects those experiences and the emotions into the future so that you can be prepared. It's trying to prepare you for the worst case scenario. It's trying to get you ready for what could go wrong so that you can avoid it. It's just trying to keep you safe. One of the prime directives of the subconscious mind is to keep you alive and to keep you safe. And if it believes that failure is not safe or is not going to keep you alive, then it will do whatever it can to keep you from feeling failure. It's just doing its job. This is where that fear comes from. It comes from the subconscious mind taking all of the past events of failure and all the emotions that are tied to those events, and it's projecting it into the future in an effort to keep you from having to face it again. Right? So, what if you could control this process? What would it do for you if you knew how to control this process so that your mind wasn't projecting your past out into your future? What would that do for you? How would that help you? Well, if you can control this process, then the fear of failure never has to hold you back. So what's happening is when you set a goal, or as we say, an outcome, what happens when you set this outcome is that the subconscious mind goes back into its filing cabinet of all of your past experiences, all of your emotions, all of your stories, everything you've ever experienced, and it goes back and it looks for things that are similar. It's a linking machine. It's constantly linking events, emotions, ideas. So you set a goal or an outcome, and the subconscious mind goes back into the past to try to find things that are similar. Right? And if you are afraid that the outcome or the goal that you want to achieve isn't possible, or that you might look silly while you're going for it, or that you've never done this before, or you're not sure if you can do it, that's just the subconscious mind linking back to other moments in your life when you set a goal and you had those same thoughts. It's the past repeating itself. So what do we do in order to overcome this? How do we get our mind to think about this differently? Well, the first step is to recognize what's coming up. When you set a new goal or an outcome, chances are you're going to be thinking similar thoughts, feeling similar feelings. Things are going to come up for you that you've thought or felt before. So rather than allowing those things to continue on autopilot, it's important that you pause and recognize what's coming up. Now, do we recognize it? How do we recognize it? I think this is an important component too. Recognize it as if you're just observing, as if you're just watching your life in front of you. Kind of pull back to the 30,000 foot view and ask yourself, what am I thinking? What emotions are coming up? What feelings are coming up? What images of the past am I remembering? What old experiences are coming up? Yeah, we're just recognizing it without judgment. We don't need to judge what's coming up. We just need to notice it because it's going to come up, right? It's there. The limiting beliefs, the fears, the doubts, the worries, the recall of past experiences. It's all there. We can't ignore it. We need to bring it up to the surface and recognize it. Just notice it. So just noticing what's coming up for you. What thoughts, what feelings, what beliefs, what images from the past. And just notice that this is your subconscious mind doing its job. There's no need to judge it. There's no need to ignore it. There's no need to muscle through it. It's just observe it. Just notice it. Oh, okay. This is the past coming back because my mind is trying to keep me safe. Right? Oh yeah, this is like that time before. Oh yeah, this is a belief I've had before. Oh yeah, this is an emotion I've experienced around this before. So now you've recognized what's been coming up, what's sort of triggered on autopilot when you set a new outcome. Now what do you do with it? Now that you've recognized it. Here's where most people kind of go off track. And it's not your fault. This is what a lot of people in the industry will teach you to do, which is to look at every bit of that resistance and unpack it, understand it, figure out where it came from, how long it's been there, when it started. That could be a really long, arduous process. And it could take a really long time. You could spend all of your time looking at the limiting beliefs, remembering every past event where you failed, thinking about when your fear of failure started. You could spend all of your time doing all of that, and that may allow you to move into taking action and moving towards your outcomes. But often what I see happening is that we get stuck there. We get stuck in trying to sort out the past, trying to figure out what went wrong, trying to figure out when that emotion started. And we end up spending our energy, our attention, and our focus on the past, on past beliefs, past events, past emotions, past thoughts. And we're not moving towards what it is that we want. So what do we do with this resistance when we recognize it? What do we do with it when we recognize it so that we can move through it? Do we have to unpack it all? No. In fact, we shortcut it. We recognize it, we notice it, oh yeah, there it is. Good to know. Got it. I'm choosing to be in my end result anyway. So when you know how to step into the outcomes that you want to achieve and feel what it feels like to have achieved those outcomes, and you're creating a new version of you who already has what she wants, then you're easily able to release that resistance and to just notice that it's not true. None of that is fact. It's all just in your mind. You're able to release that, staying in those outcomes and choosing your next thought and your next action. You don't have to spend all of your time figuring out why you're afraid to fail. You don't have to remember every time you failed in the past. You don't have to know any of that. The origins. Just recognize that it's there. It's creating some roadblocks for you. And when you step over it and you focus on the outcomes that you want to achieve and who you're being in those outcomes, then you can easily let go of all that resistance, those past events, the old emotions, the old stories, the old beliefs. So it's really about creating new thoughts, new feelings, and a new way of being. Then your subconscious stops entertaining all this resistance, and it continues to be focused with your conscious mind on the outcomes that you want to achieve. This is one of the pillars of Align and Design Your Life, discovering how your mind works. Because when you know how your mind works, you can actually get it to work for you. When you're able to learn how these subconscious patterns arise and what you can do to change them, to release them, and to create new patterns that actually work for you, you become very powerful. You're able to set your outcomes and your goals. And even though a fear may arise, it won't hold you back. Even though an old belief might come up, it won't stop you because you'll know how to handle it. You'll know how to stay in the version of you who already has it all. Because when you know how to align your conscious mind, your goal getter, with your subconscious mind, the goal setter, you become aligned with what you're creating and you're able to take action. There's no more resistance, right? And anytime resistance does come up, you know who to be and how to handle it. So no, it is so powerful. Know that the fear of failure does not have to hold you back. And you don't even have to know where it started, how it started, or how to get rid of it. Know that the fear of failure is simply your subconscious mind doing its job. And when you know how to work with your subconscious mind to bring up the resistance and release it, you can continue stepping into your outcomes and be the person who achieves what it is that she wants. If you'd like to learn more about how to align your mind and get it working for you so that you can stop fearing failure and start taking action, then I'd like to invite you to book a call with me. We can hop on a 30-minute call and we can discover together where this fear of failure might be coming from and how you can release it and take action. Because I know that for you, the dreams that you have, the visions, the goals, the outcomes that you want to achieve are important for you. And you have them because you're the one who's meant to manifest it. You're the one who's meant to bring it into reality. It's the reason it's your dream. It's the reason it's your goal. It's your outcome because you already have everything you need to achieve it. And we don't want to let this fear of failure, just the subconscious mind doing its job, to get in the way. We can give the subconscious mind new direction and a new focus so that it's working with you on reaching your goals. I'll put a link to my calendar in this Mindset Monday so that you can book that call with me, and let's get you clarity on how we get your mind working for you so you can release this fear of failure and take more action to create the business, the work, the life, the health, and the relationships that you love. Thank you all so much for being with us on Mindset Monday, and we will see you same time, same place next week. As always, tune into the group, the Alignment Tribe, all throughout the week for more tips on how to live your best life and to get the support that you need. Our community of coaches is here for you. So come into the group, introduce yourself, ask the questions, get what you need from us. We are here to support you in reaching your outcomes. So feel free to use the group, connect with others in this amazing community, and let's create a life you love and release that fear of failure. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.